Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Make sure to hit the button. So, I want to come and talk briefly about a story that came across to me yesterday on this guy from the Polk County Sheriff there, his YouTube channel. I think it may be Wfla. Don't quote me on that, but it's a possibility. I got some of the information from the Polk County Sheriff there in Fox 13 channel in Florida. So the guy that you saw on the screen, he is 40 years old and he is a predator pretending to be a track coach at a local school in Florida. Now he had a student come to him and say, coach, can you help me get my strength up, do a little extra training because, I want to just get myself together. So the coach was like, yeah, sure, I can help you. I have some weight equipment. If you would like some weight equipment, I can give it to you. So the coach goes to the young student's house and they set up the weight equipment at the student's house, and they missed some pieces, so they had to go to the store to pick up a few more pieces. After that, the weight equipment was set up, so the coach takes the student out to lunch. No big deal. Now, mind you, going around in the school, there's a rumor about this particular coach. And the rumor is, oh yeah, coach, he'll give you stuff, but don't be around him too much. Don't go off with him. Don't be around him. Don't try to be alone with the coach. Just take the things that he's gonna give you and run. He's 40 years old. So after lunch, the coach takes the student back to the student's home, and he says to the student, I do have a few things that I need to do at the school. Can you help me? So the coach puts the student back in his car and they go to the school. And, the coach starts to be inappropriate with the student, and the student jumps up and said, take me home. Take me home. Now, to get more details about what the coach was actually doing, like I said, Polk County Sheriff, their YouTube may be WFLA. May have some more words to it, but I know it is WFLA. Now, when the student gets home, they tell their mother, and the mother is like, well, you have to tell the people at school. So the student goes to school on Monday and tells all this happened on a Saturday, and tells the school what happened. And they go and look for a coach, and the coach was nowhere to be found. Now, we don't know if he done hop, skip, jump on a bus, a plane, a truck, a train, or automobile. But he was not in the state of Florida at the time for them to go question him and or arrest him. So eventually they do find him. I don't believe from the story that it took too long. And they start to run his name, him there, Mr. Predator. They start to run his name, and it shows that himself and another adult was arrested in 2011 for trying to have relations with two minors in a hotel room in 2011. Now, that's on his arrest record. Now, that particular case, the charges were dropped due to statute of limitations surrounding that case of when it happened and when it was reported. So that was in 2011. Now, during that time in 2011, the Polk County Sheriff stated that there was some type of knowledge, or I'm not sure if this particular guy said it out his mouth, but he let them know as of early as this 2011 that he had an incurable disease. Now, this particular incurable disease can be spread from person to person, and if you unwillingly let the person know that you have the disease and spread it to them, that's an offense, and you can get jail time for that also. He's 40 years old. He's 40. So now the sheriff finds other charges back in 2017 that he has a battery for a minor, some type of inappropriate touching, and those charges were not filed. That minor parents dropped the charges. I believe the sheriff stated that it was due to because it was just a small touch. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Now, this particular guy went to the school as a high schooler. So now they're questioning, how in the world did he get this job? Hired, paid, not volunteer, paid on the staff, get a check every 2 weeks, once a month, weekly. I don't know how they get paid there in Florida. So because he has that 2011 arrest record, he was arrested. Even though the charges were dropped, it's on his record. So does the fact that he went to the school, does that play a factor? We don't know. But now they're questioning the superintendent. How did he get a job, the predator, working and being around minors and children? But not only that, you have an incurable disease. Knowingly you have it. You know this. It's your medical record. But you're trying to spread that to young minors. Go back 2011 and 2017. As early as 2011, he stated it somewhere in that arrest record about his status. So now here we are, 2023. You're still doing the same thing. And then not only that, the kids have a rumor going around. Oh, well, coach, yeah, he'll give you stuff, but don't be around him too much. You can't really be around coach like that because, you just can't. Now, if there's a rumor around and the kids are talking about it, that is something bad. So now they're coming down onto the superintendent of how was this man hired, paid, a staff member around children. Now, the sheriff didn't say how long he's been working at this particular school during this time, but how did this happen? Why are you going around being a predator? Why? You're 40 years old. And not only that, You're trying to ruin lives with your dealings, but also with your status. Now, I don't know what's going on. I don't know the superintendent's name. We see this guy has been caught. He is in jail. He does have charges against him. You know, the Polk County Sheriff, he don't play. You know, he always on YouTube with a story putting somebody's face up there of who he done caught. So I don't know what's going on in the school. We got blue cups on tables. We done got another teacher arrested for having too much nip on the job, and then